Hello Gemini, my name is Sasha Bonasin and I'm a psychic medium, and this is my monthly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's for you, my gorgeous Gemini, for July 2017. So it's for you, Gemini, for July 2017. The 5th of July 2017, it is going to be the day when you're going to feel slightly different. You're going to feel slightly strange. You're actually going to feel like you want your life to slightly change. You will feel a little bit confused by it. It's what these particular energies of this particular day are going to bring you. You will feel like a little bit confused by it because there is something that is just going to come out of it. That a particular thing that is going to come out of it, it's going to be your own personal idea, your own personal choice that you were thinking about before, you were concentrating on before. It is part of what you do now, but it's just what you do now. It's okay, but you're not maybe entirely too happy about it when it comes to your career, when it comes to what you do, whether you're at college, university, or whatever you're focusing on, like as a retired person, or if you're not working, for example, and you're looking for a job. This is also going to be a significant day for you, because if you're looking for a job and you're not working, it is something that's going to come out of this particular day. By the end of the day, you're going to have a certain realization. You're going to have a certain realization about a particular work that you want to do, and it is not going to be something that you would normally do. It is not going to be something you would normally focus on. This is going to be a little bit different. Also, exactly the same for those of you that are working. If you work for yourself, for example, this is going to be the day when you're actually going to realize that you just want to change your direction a little bit. So the 5th of July is going to start like a confusion. It's going to start like a very unusual day. The energy is going to seem like a little bit different, and it's always going to feel like a little bit gloomy, if I can say like that. But it is, by the end of the day, everything is going to completely change, and it is you're going to end up with actually wanting, I'm not saying necessarily straight away that you will want to change a certain direction about what you do, but I'm just saying that there is a certain direction that you will change a little bit. I'm not saying you're going to change completely what you do, but this realization is going to be important, because you will end up going on a slightly different journey after this point. There is a male person that is going to be connected to this feeling. There is a male person who is very smart, who is very clever, who is very intelligent, very powerful, somebody who is having a very powerful career, somebody that you will want to look up to, somebody that you look up to, and that particular person is going to have a very good influence on you, because after that point you will really want to change things. You will realize, oh my God, have I done this? Oh my God, but no, that hasn't worked out exactly how I wanted to work out. It's going to be along those lines. You see, oh, that didn't work out how I wanted to work out completely. Let me just not waste my time anymore. Let me just try to slightly different direction. So I'm not saying that you're going to change completely what you do, but most certainly this is going to end up like a new idea, new direction, but it is connected to something that you wanted to do from before. It is connected to your past indeed, and on the other hand, it's connected to what you are doing now. So you will want to shake things up after that point, and then it's really, really good. Then by the end of that day, as I already said, I'm getting really excited now, because there are certain prospects that you're going to end up with. There's a certain vision that you are going to end up with, and that vision you didn't have before. That vision you didn't feel like this before. You will feel it very, very strongly, and lots of other doors are going to be open to you after that point, you see. So it is going to be really, really good, and it is going to come like a little shake up with like a really connected to really good realization. Another important day that I want you to pay attention to is going to be on the 16th of July 2017. Now the 16th of July 2017, it's going to be completely connected to the 5th of July, because this is going to be kind of continuation. The second thing, or the second idea, the second step, or the second stage of the continuation of the 5th of July, it's going to happen on the 16th of July. So there is going to be a very good option for you available, and that option is going to seem very attractive, and it's also going to financially, for example, this is a lot to do with your career, this is a lot to do with your finances, like for example, if you are retired and you're not working, this is completely connected to your finances, and it's still going to be the step in the new direction. And this particular step in a new direction, it's going to have a very positive impact on your finances. And I can see you like this is really going to be down to you. This is not going to be down to anyone else, and this is going to be the product of your own power, the product of your own mind, the product of you spending a little bit of time, by yourself and just getting all these fantastic, beautiful and powerful spiritual messages. However, this is going to be the step in the right direction, because it is going to be completely connected to the fact that you're going to realize the financial side of the things. You're going to realize the financial opportunities, and it's all going to be connected to that part of your success, and it is going to feel really, really good, because after this point you're going to start feeling this motivation. You're going to start feeling motivated again, because lots of you have lost that motivation because of these uncertainties. You were happy with what you were doing, you were fine with what you were doing, but you just weren't too sure. The things haven't been exactly the way you wanted them to be, and that's why the 16th of July is going to be very important, because you're going to get the whole circle, you're going to get the whole picture. Not only you being happy with what you do, not only you being on the right direction, not only you feeling like you're on the right direction, but it is all going to start making sense, because the bottom line is that financially this is just going to kind of start looking really, really good. So it is just going to make you, motivated even more. So very good day for motivation, and very good day for realization, and very good day for realizing the certain things about your future that are so much going to be connected to July. July is going to be one fantastic, bombastic, crazy month, especially when it comes to you, my gorgeous Geminis, going on the whole new level, going towards the new direction in life. And it is not too much different from where you are now, but it's just the little things that are going to just make these big changes. Little things are just going to have a really big reflection later on. It is going to start small, just like an idea, tiny little direction, that is just going to become something much bigger later on. The third important day is going to be on the 27th of July. The 27th of July, you will feel like you want to spend a little bit of time by yourself. You will feel like you want to kind of meditate a bit more than you would normally do if you're meditating. You will want to kind of spend the time in nature, or you will want to spend the time in your garden if you have one. You want to spend the time on the sea if the sea is close by, on the lake. You will feel like this connection will be very, very enhanced. This connection with the nature will be very powerful. You will feel like you want to spend the time by yourself. You will feel like you want to spend the time on your own. You will feel like you want to spend the time in your nature, even maybe spend the time with your animals, dog, cats. I mean, they're absolutely wonderful. They're just wonderful for us in so many different ways. However, this particular feeling of you feeling to be by yourself, to spend the time with the nature, this is not a coincidence. This is all how it's meant to be, and that's why the 27th of July is going to be very important, because there is going to be something that is going to come to you from this experience, from this connection with your own spirituality, with this connection with the nature. You don't have to necessarily go to the nature. Maybe you live in like a really big tower block, maybe you don't have the nature close by. You can still connect to the plants around you. As I said, you can connect to the flowers around you. You can connect your own animals, as I said before, if you have them. It all depends how you're going to live this feeling, or how you're going to feel this feeling. The bottom line is why this day is so important is when we feel like this, when we have this hermit mode again, it's very, very something that we need. We need this to re-energize ourselves. We need this to kind of start feeling much better. We need this to actually get in touch with ourselves very, very deep, spiritually, and in every possible way. And why? Because it's a very important and powerful spiritual message going to be waiting for us at the end of that day. On the 27th of July 2017, there is something very interesting going to manifest in your life. After that point, you will realize also you can only do this by yourself. You will realize that there are certain things that you will need to let go of. You will realize you want to change certain things in life, and it's not going to be easy. There are changes you will want to make, but it's just before, if you were thinking about these changes that you would want to make, you would get really paranoid. You would think, oh my God, no, no, no. It's kind of connected to you, and it's connected to your own family, to your immediate family, and the changes that you wanted to make, you couldn't just do them before because you were kind of worrying and thinking about your immediate family. It's just, you know, it's not only about you, perhaps, you see, but now this hermit mode and this connection with the nature, this connection with your own spirituality, it is going to give you an idea what to do next, you see, and it's going to make you feel powerful, and it's going to give you this confidence. It was this certain confidence that was lacking for you to move on from the certain situations in your life. And that's why the 27th of July is so important, because by the end of the day, you're going to have this powerful information. You're going to have this powerful message, and you're going to feel very, very strong about it. And it is also going to be completely connected to your financial situation. It's going to be connected to your finances, and it's just going to be connected to the certain changes that you will need to make. Now they will feel fine. Now they will feel like it's the right time. Before, that did not feel like a right time. But this is all part of July 2017, and it's all part of these beautiful messages and these beautiful things, these amazing things that are going to be happening to you throughout July. Very, very powerful indeed. When we actually get to the, when it comes to the number, to the actual numerology, I have a number 17 for you. You know how 17 is powerful. You know that number 1 is ridiculously powerful. It just signifies like the new beginnings, the power, the strength. It's all going to come out, you see. And then on the other hand, number 7 is one of the most powerful number when it comes to your own spirituality, when it comes to your you realizing certain things about yourself, and you're going on the next stage of your own spiritual journey. And now you use number 7, you use number 1, and you use number 7. You put these two powerful numbers together, and it's like boom. It's going to be absolutely amazing. So number 17 is completely enhanced throughout July 2017, and it's a highly spiritual number, and it's completely connected to and responsible for insight, realization, your own power, your own personal power, spiritual consciousness, and wisdom. So all these things, when it comes to you, like kind of like looking towards new beginning, and you looking towards finally start making certain changes in your life that are not going to be that big, but they will have an impact on you, and they will have an impact on your immediate family. This is just the time to actually do this, okay? And also health-wise, this is probably the best month so far for you when it comes to your health, okay? Because physically, lots of you that have been suffering like from a certain ailments that you didn't see any improvements or anything like that, or you could see just a little bit by little bit. Now July is going to be the month when you're going to feel much better, okay, when it comes to your physicality and when it comes to your physical health, you see. So basically also I can see you being very full of energy. I can see you being really re-energized, because in the last couple of months you were kind of feeling slightly low, you were kind of feeling slightly tired, and you would lose the energy like pretty quickly. You would lose the energy pretty quickly, and this would kind of put you off, because of course it has an amazing impact on what you do, on your life. And if you need to be really energetic at work or things like that, you know, these low energies can affect you. So when it comes to your health, this is a very, very good month, because as I said, for those of you that have been suffering from long illnesses and things things like that. Now, this is the time when things should actually start improving, but in general, it's going to be very, very good. Also, mentally, you will feel ready for certain things. Mentally, you will feel ready. And this is why I think it's really important when it comes to mental health, actually, because not only spiritual you will feel really, really ready, but in your mind, mentally, you will feel absolutely ready. You will feel full of strength. You will feel full of power to actually finally start making these particular little changes in your life that you weren't too sure about before. Now you're just going to feel like it's time to shake everything up. So it's actually really, really good indeed. What is going to actually happen on the 1st of July 2017? You see, the 1st of July is just basically, it is you, this is how it's going to happen. You are coming to an end of the certain part of your journey, of the certain part of your life, okay? I don't even know how to explain how important this month is going to be, and I don't even know how to explain how significant this month is actually going to be. And I'm seeing the second time today that July is probably going to be the best month that you actually had so far in 2017. You're not the only sign that is going to have an amazing month. We are now going into July, so we are now past June. So now we are moving into the second part of 2017. Now we're all going to have absolutely crazy time, and we will all want to, and especially you will want to do things that you kind of didn't want to do before, and you didn't have a confidence to do before. You can have so much confidence. You can have 1,000,000 of confidence. You can have so much confidence, okay? But there is always something, there's always that little part that you didn't want to kind of touch up to because you were worrying unselfishly, not about yourself only, but you were probably worrying about your immediate family member, which really shows a lot about your personality. I do love you guys. Okay, so now basically, so the first part of July 2017, it is just going to be an end of the time that is just basically, that was preventing you kind of from having this full confidence. This is how I can say. And this is the whole new beginning after that point. The beginning of July, it's not only going to be the beginning of new months for you, but the beginning of July, it's going to be the beginning of new life for you, which is just going to shake you up, which is going to be like, make you feel like, oh my God, you will feel that amazing energy, and that again in itself is going to make you feel so much better. And you know what, that particular power that I'm talking about, it is going to be connected to that skill. You will want to learn that skill. Do you remember what I said before? The beginning of July 2017, of course, this is all connected. All this reading is amazingly connected. And then we have a number 17. And now at the beginning of July 2017, you will want to kind of learn that new skill. You will want to take that new course. You will want to learn that new thing. You will want to go that new direction. It is not huge. It is not massive. It is not massive, but it's just still connected to what you do now. It's still connected to what you feel happy about. It's still connected to what you like to do. It's small, but it's going to be really big later on, but it's still a new skill that you will want to actually learn after this point. And this skill is just going to have an amazing impact on you. This is really important for those of you Geminis who are actually not working. If you're not working, you're looking for a job, for example, actively. Now, the beginning of July is going to bring you a new job, and that job is going to be different to what you've done so far. That job is going to be different to what you were thinking about so far to do. And this is, I repeat strongly, for those of you that are not working and you're looking for a job. You're going to end up with a job that is actually going to be completely different to what you would normally go for. You wouldn't even think about it. But the bottom line is that very shortly after, you're actually going to realize that you're actually really happy. And so whether if you're looking for a job, and for example, if you're not looking for a job, if you already have a job, you're still going to end up with this new skill that very shortly after, you're actually going to realize, my God, the actual full potential. You're going to realize the full potential of what you can actually do if you take this particular skill, if you take this on. And this is going to take you on a whole new level. And this is why I think July is so important. So for all those things that you wanted to do, now this is the time. This is the right time, because financially this is going to be something really, really good. If you are retired, for example, it is still the same thing. This is exactly the same. The beginning of month is going to be amazingly important for you, because this is the new beginning of your new life, literally. And there is the whole new thing, the whole new life, the whole new dimension going to come through. And it is also going to be coming as a new learning experience, a new life, new learning experience, also as a new some kind of a skill that you will really enjoy yourself, that you will really rediscover yourself. And then it is also going to be connected to your future, because it's something you're going to stay doing. However, the bottom line is that it's just a very, very something that is just going to kind of redirect you and completely make you feel absolutely brilliant. And it is going to bring you the new energy, new life, new happiness, new direction. And it's just in general, you're going to feel really, really good. Another hand, what else I was going to say, that actually after that point, there is also an advice. You're going to get a really very, very powerful advice from an older lady, powerful female. Somebody is going to give you an advice. Somebody who you really look up to, somebody who you think is really interesting, somebody who's very strong. And when you look at that person, it's an older person, powerful person, and that particular person is just going to give you an advice, and it's also going to inspire you what to do next, what is going to happen next in your life. It's kind of your success is also going to be inspired by that particular person. And also, let me just tell you one thing. When we move into the mid-July 2017, there is just something that you were waiting for a really long time. And this is very personal. This is very, very personal. And it's actually to do with your own success when it comes to your finances. Perhaps the finances haven't been moving as fast as you would want to. The finances were okay, but you kind of like, it wasn't as good as you would want them to be. And also the things were moving fast, but they weren't moving as fast as you want them to move. In the mid of July 2017 is just going to be absolutely mind-blowing, because when it comes to you and when it comes to your own personal success, when it comes to your work and your career and in your finances, now this is going to be a very, very good time indeed. So if you were struggling financially, the mid-July 2017 is just going to be absolutely brilliant. The finances are going to be completely back on track indeed. And also you will be able to use these finances or this financial situation in order to gain something later on. And it is going to be connected to what you do. It is going to be connected to your career, and it is going to be connected to your finances, okay? I see a very important celebration. You will want to celebrate something also. Very important celebration, the mid-July 2017, and that particular celebration is going to mean to you a lot. It's going to mean to the people who love you a lot. It's going to mean a lot to your immediate family members. You see, it is also going to be connected to you making certain changes, you wanting to do something for a really long time, okay? You started something a long time ago, and then this is not connected to your finances now. This is not connected to your financial situation or to your career, but this is very personal. You started something a long time ago, and when it comes to your certain family, to the certain family member, you see, you were kind of focusing on a certain family member. You're perhaps worrying about something when it comes to the certain family member. Now this is going to be very good news. You have got a very good news when it comes to a certain family member, and that family member is actually going to, of course, be very happy, and is just going to be able to go towards a new direction in life. There was just something not quite right with this certain family member that was making you worry, that was making you think about them and worry about them quite a lot. So it is going to be a very good news. And also somebody who was unwell in your family, somebody that wasn't feeling well that you were worrying about, that particular person is actually going to start feeling much better. So that's another good news that I was going to say, that the things that, you know, your worries and things like that that you had about someone, it is actually going to be, it is not going to be bad, and the outcome is going to be quite good. You see, that person is going to feel much better. There are going to be certain things available to that person to make them feel better, and this is going to feel and be like a step in the whole new direction for that person. However, it is going to have a really, really good and positive impact on you indeed. Now, when it comes to the basically love, and when it comes to those of you that are single, you see, I just need to warn you a little bit, because you will kind of have a choice of like maybe two or even three people who you could end up with. But then what you're gonna realize is that one of them you know before, you were maybe in relationship with before, and the other two are going to seem like very interesting, but they're not going to be that interesting. They're going to seem like very beautiful on the outside, but there is not going to be much on the inside, or maybe, you know, spiritually you're just not going to be able to connect. Sometimes people can be so beautiful, you know, on the outside, wow, amazing, but as soon as they say three words, it's like, oh my god, like you just want to run away. It's just like you don't like them whatsoever. It's just so much to do from inside, so much to do from deep within, you see. And this is why I'm saying that, you know, or sometimes you can see somebody and that person might not be that attractive, but as soon as they open their mouth and as soon as you get their energy, as soon as you feel their energy, you just go completely crazy about them. As longer you know them, the more crazy you go about them. And this is why basically I think that you will be faced with the choices, and there are going to be more than two choices. One is going to be connected to your past, and the other two are that you're not going to go for, and you're not with that person for a reason. You see, you're not with that person for a reason. Now that you're going to be back with that person, okay, you already made up your mind, but there is going to be a little tiny touch of confusion when it comes to that person, okay. You will be a little bit by the end of July 2017, you're going to be a little bit like there are going to be a couple of days when you're just going to kind of start getting that energy, and then after a couple of days you're going to be like, yeah, no, of course I don't want to be back with that person. At the same time, because I can see you socializing quite a lot throughout July 2017, from the mid-July towards the end of July 2017, I can see you socializing quite a lot and spending a lot of time with people, friends. I can actually meeting quite a few new people as well. So that's how come that there are two new choices also with that first choice. So three of them in total that you're going to have. And I think that you may have a little bit of fun with one of them, but very short. Just one of them is going to seem like a bit more interesting than the other two. But then very shortly after, you're going to realize that there is not much inside. You will realize that you would need somebody much deeper than that. So the bottom line is that you will have a lot of choices. You will have a little bit of fun with one of them, or you may have a little bit of fun with one of them. When I say a little bit of fun, you may, you know, go and spend some time with them, a few hours or whatever, but then very shortly after, you're going to realize that this is not a person for you. So it doesn't matter, you know, this is life. We learn every day. We'll learn from our mistakes. We'll learn from our experiences, and you will realize that after these points, after these choices of three, there is a big realization that you're gonna have about who you like, about what you like, about how you want to be your life, you know, later on. So if you're single and you're really looking for that particular person, you see, don't take this in a bad way. Oh no, three choices, they're just gonna drive me mad. No. Everything, almost everything in this life happens for a reason. Every single thing happens for a reason. So these three people, and especially one that is going to be connected to your past, your ex, these three people are actually going to have an amazing impact on you, because by the end of July 2017, there is a big realization you're gonna have about your life, your love life, big realization about who you would want your partner to be, big realization about how you want your partner to be, and big realization about, you know, like how you would want your life to be with your new partner, for example. So don't take it in a bad way. There is a very big lesson and very big and very interesting realization that you're going to have after that point. I would really highly suggest to get something like a rose quartz. You see, like a rose quartz, you see, pendant. It's absolutely fantastic when it comes to love, when it comes to love choices, when it comes to helping us like to kind of like express ourselves, when it helps us to feel good in general. So I would highly suggest to get like a rose quartz. You can get this on my website. My website is in description. And rose quartz is just not only going to help you to get the, you know, to make the best possible choice when it comes to love life, but it's also, you know, it's just going to help you to attract the right person to come into your life, who's just going to be absolutely the right person when it comes to you, what you need, and your own personal energies. Okay, and also what I was going to say is that don't worry, by the end of July 2017 you're actually going to feel really good, because there is that idea, that new realization that is just completely going to have a very happy impact on you. Very interesting life. Your life is just going to start feeling very interesting after this point. Okay, and also what else I was going to say is that at the end of July 2017 it's also, there is going to be the certain plan. You will plan a certain journey, or you will make a certain journey. It's a lot to do with this journey. And when I see journey, trip abroad or something like that, when I'm doing tarot card reading and things like that, when I'm seeing journey or trip abroad, especially in this context, when I'm seeing number 17 as like a spiritual number, it's a very important, because that journey is just going to be connected to something very spiritual. There is a spiritual experience that you're going to have, and it's going to be connected to that journey. Whether it's going to happen once you get there or somewhere along the line, you see, it doesn't matter. That journey is going to be connected to the very interesting spiritual experience, okay, which is going to lead to another dimension in your life. Okay, and also what I was going to say, you're going to be very happy with your family member. There's a certain family member, like an immediate family member, that means to you quite a lot. There is something going to happen to that immediate family member, and you're going to love it. Something maybe they were struggling about, or maybe they finished the school, college, whatever. Something that, you know, something very interesting is going to happen to them. It is going to be step in a new direction, and it's to do with their, you know, with their like either college, either education, either new job, something like that, along those lines. And then I can see you just completely being very happy. And it's also after that point you will need to make a certain decision, and it is going to be connected to that family member. Remember, an immediate family member, and that certain decision is also going to be very important. It may be a little bit hard to make a decision like this, but it is going to be the decision. It is going to be the step in the right direction. There is no doubt about it whatsoever. Okay, and also what I was going to say is that when it comes to those of you that are in relationships, those of you that are having partners, you see, it's just fantastic, because I know that there is going to be the certain thing that you're going to need to discuss. There's a certain problem that is going to come up. There's the certain problem that you had from before, and there's the certain problem that you will need to discuss and kind of like talk about it. And I would highly recommend, like in situations like this, because it's a very good for communications. It's also like to get like Amazonite. Amazonite is also one of the most powerful crystals, and you can get this on my website, which is below. And basically Amazonite is not only good to attract wealth and things like that, it makes you really creative, but it's also very good for communication, and it's a very good for communication in between two people when it comes to love, or when it comes to friendship and things like that. However, something is going to come up that you will want to discuss, that your problem from the past, and this is actually going to be really good, and this is actually going to be the step in the right direction. And after that point, there is some kind of creativity going to come out of it, and especially if you had the problems from before and things like that, you see, this is all going to kind of change, and you will want to take your relationship on the next level. And it's not only about that, but you will want to start something with your partner, husband, wife. If you're in a relationship, at the end of July, you're going to realize that you want to start creating, whether this is going to be new business, new adventure, new house, new flat, whatever it is, it's going to be fine. It's going to feel good. It's going to feel like the right thing to do. And most certainly, it is going to feel like the step step in the right direction. Okay, thank you ever so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my channel so far, please do so. Don't forget to like my video, comment, share me on Facebook, Twitter, wherever you like. Thank you ever so much for watching. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium.